Hi, my name is Ogundeyi. I'm a CEO at Fashpa.com and I'm an entrepreneur, and this is my first vlog. Ah! Okay, no, seriously. Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your I'm excited to actually be finally doing this. So, name of the show is Side Hustle to Empire, and it's an entrepreneur vlog where I just talk about everything relating to my entrepreneurial journey. For sure, I don't know it all. I've only been running my business for 3 years, so I understand that in entrepreneurial world, I'm a baby. But I've learned so much along the way, and I've had lots of successes as well. I've made a ton of mistakes. So this channel is going to be the place where I document my journey, because I think passionately we as Africans don't document our journey to building empires enough. So if we go back into time, some of the great guys that we all admire, there's not that much nitty-gritty information about how they did it. I actually just want to meet a whole bunch of really cool people who are also building businesses and learn from you along the way as well. So I don't know it all, but this could be a really cool way if I share my experiences and you also share your experiences, then, you know, maybe we can all learn from each other and we can really go on and build some things from side hustles to empire. And that's the whole purpose of this video. So I'm really, really nervous. So be nice. I'm not a professional, but I'm going to try and give it my best shot. Remember, this is going to be talking everything startup, so everything you wanted to know about building a global African business, from raising money, making money, firing, hiring, how do your friends deal with it, work-life balance, all the cool things that you really want to know, but everybody doesn't really talk about, or they give you an official answer. So this is not my official answer. This is not my conference answers. This is not even the answers I give during interviews. This is my no-hold-barred, open book sharing at night. It's filmed in my house. I'm going to release a new one every week. And then I hope that somebody's watching apart from my mom. So my name is Ogundeyi. I started my business, Fashpa.com, about 3 years ago. It's a fashion technology business based here in Lagos, Nigeria. But we ship worldwide and we have really global aspirations of changing the way you shop for African fashion. So that's what I'm doing. Why side hustle to empire? Because this business started as a side hustle. So I was working at Google Nigeria. I was an industry manager there for a couple of years, and I started the commercialization business there. But an interesting thing happened. My last couple of months, I started working on this side hustle that became Fashpa. So it's one of the pioneer companies. I've hired people. I've been featured on great sites like Forbes, The Economist, so I've had some success. I made lots of mistakes. Have I always wanted to be an entrepreneur? No. I was actually never really attracted to the entrepreneur story. I wanted to work in companies and just go step by step. So I started by working at McKinsey. I worked there for a number of years in Brussels and Johannesburg. Then I went to Ericsson. I worked as a business consultant in Lagos. I worked in Stockholm. And then I got this great opportunity to join Google. So I did that. And Google, by the way, was my dream job. My mom was like, this is good. Just stay in one place, be working. Then they will make you, the CEO, maybe after 20 or 30 years. Don't leave. Don't think about leaving. Just have your children there. Very stable, good job, And I was kind of on that path. But along the way, I stumbled on this problem, which I'd had since my NYC days, which was basically, why is African fashion so hard to shop, and why is it so hard to find? Why do I have to go to Balogun, or why do I have to go to a really expensive boutique? When I was in Brussels living there, I used to always want to shop African designers, and they were not available online. So they always had their address, like number 1 Ojuelegba. I was in Brussels, I couldn't really go to Ojuelegba. I really started this company out of my own personal frustration, and I built the site for myself. Like, I'm an accidental entrepreneur, I guess. But planning for a business, I did not know. Financial, all that stuff, I knew that because I worked at McKinsey, but I was not very good at it. My mom was not so happy actually when I started the business. I didn't even tell her. I quit and I didn't tell him. I was afraid to tell my own mom. Yeah, because she was like, hey, why don't you continue doing it as a side hustle? Just keep. But I realized that if I continue doing that, the business would never really take off on its own. And do I miss it? Okay, there are some times, the real, I miss my salaries. sometimes. You know, I miss the free food at Google. I miss the traveling. What's the best thing about being an entrepreneur? The best thing for me is, as I said, just doing something that you love, you're passionate, and really seeing something grow from like idea to something much bigger. I spent all my time when I started thinking about FASHPA, reading TechCrunch, reading economics. And I remember the first time I was reading an article about Africa and FASHPA was featured, I almost died. Or when the World Economic Forum gave me some recognition, I was like, only me? I mean, I would never get that if I was still working in a normal job. So those are the perks. The worst thing, it's really lonely. Like, it's very lonely. I think a lot of people don't talk about that. There's gonna be a video every week. Subscribe if you like this kind of content. Like, if you're thinking side hustle, if you're thinking entrepreneur, if you're thinking I want to be big, you know, if you're, you know, thinking you like my shirt, you know, Pashpa, and everything in between. You can check out my website, www.honeyogundeyi. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter at honeyogundeyi. You see that there's a pattern to this. And just, you know, come back and I'll speak to you next time. Bye-bye.